Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Sidequest. Take 2. We were recording and it decided to stop on us, so we're doing this again for you. Welcome to this episode. We decided that after all the stuff that we've done and getting ready to go into the realm of the Fae, maybe we should know what the dragon does. Prith has been around. He's got a lot of cards played for him, and because of that, we haven't really done much work with him. Besides shooting, what did he do? He blew up a chimney and crashed it down on my big bad, and really made my life harder than it needed to be. So we're going back to Prith, and we want to kind of figure out what he can do, how he does it. We're going to do a little training with him, along with 2 cast members, and we're going to bring Ivian Kollid, the retired Mancer or Sorcerer from Thunderstruck Academy. So that is what we're going to be doing tonight on this episode of SideQuest. We're going to try to keep it short and that like 50 minutes or less kind of thing. And let's go over to our cast and crew. Hey, everybody, take 2.
Take 2.
Hey,
Electric
this is the
Boogaloo.
first time we're saying hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Everything's fine.
Hello, fellow humans.
We're all fine down here. How are you?
Hello, fellow humans. You watch her too on TikTok? Fucking love her. She's great. So yeah, everybody, we're doing this at a take 2. It should be fun. Don't worry. We're totally fine with it. We're totally fine. Nothing broke. It's the only time we've actually ever had to do this. So we are starting off with 2 days before our last episode, last live episode, episode 10, and the Tide Runner has stopped. This would be a day after the farming village that we stopped at, and Kollid said, hey, I have a place that we can try training Prith and a few things that we can do to take the dragon through its paces. So we have 2 people here because I have a feeling we're going to need to train Prith, and as our last version that we just shot proved that we need to have Everston there as well to train him. We are going in the middle of, I don't say nowhere, but about half a day walk from the train out into this grass-filled area. This once Earth Guard fortified structure, probably built in the beginning of when all the tides started to affect in Ingrad and Athantia in general. So I'll take us over to the map. I love animated maps. So this is our, I really like this one. This is a really good animated map. This is our animated area. It has a little bit of a Dragon Age vibe to it, but I promise you it's not Dragon Age. There are actually trees and grass in the area about, I'd say, 100 foot out from here. And Kollid tells you she's walking. She's got a big bag over her shoulder and would not let Everston carry it, saying that I prefer to keep it in check, along with a smaller one on her as well. And she says that this place was once for the Earth Guard. There is a cistern that is here and water that is pumped in from a local city. So this is a fertile area, which we don't get to see a lot of anymore. Grass and trees are pocketed. They're not everywhere in Athantia because of the tides and everything else. So she walks up to the door and takes one of her rings off and touches it to this huge 20-foot tall door. And there's some clacks and whirring and chain noises as the doors open outward into where you're standing. She says, follow me. And she starts walking into this 25-foot tall walled-in area. In the center of this area, there is I would say steam pouring out, not tides, but like steam pouring out of what you're guessing used to be a fortification of some form. The pillars are still there. You can see them. And then there are 6 statues around the area, each one of them Minotaur. They have the face and the horns that come out. And Kollid says this was used by the Earth Guard for some time. The structure is not intact anymore. It's probably made of wood and just didn't survive. But this would be pretty good training. Feel free. Let Prith out. And she walks over to the Minotaur, the statue, and takes the big bag she has and hangs it, and takes a smaller one out and sets it on the ground. So, taking Prith out, what do you keep Prith in? Sorry, I'm moving you out of the way to get Prith out from the GM layer here.
So, as I mentioned first time around,
Take 2.
Take 2. We have been hitting the ground running since the battle with the Ether Witch.
Yeah.
So there really hasn't been a chance to do anything for Prith in terms of picking anything up or anything like that. So for right now, unfortunately, He's still sitting in like a burlap sack, but in that sack there is the Fabergé egg that he hatched from.
Okay.
I'm hoping to pick up something nicer in Cadra when we
Right.
get there.
If you ever get there, now that you guys are going to a ball
right.
between the two courts and the Fae, it'll be fine. Your
It'll be
dandy
fine.
will get you out of it.
Really glad I have some high fashion clothing just in case.
Right.
We mentioned this is 2 days prior to episode 10, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
This is 2 days prior to the last episode, 1 day after stopping at the farmstead. So you just stopped at another rest stop basically for the train, mostly because Omar, the conductor, had said the area you guys are going into is going to be quite dangerous, to give everyone a little breathing room and people a chance to get off the ride if they want, off the train. But everyone stays. So you let Prith out. He climbs out of the bag. He is larger than he used to be. He's almost into medium size. He's still small. Brass dragon. He can talk, but his draconic and his cadraic or common is very sparse. He doesn't know a lot of words yet. Time for him to start reading in your library if he doesn't eat the books.
All books.
That's how you gain knowledge.
Yes.
Is that how you gain knowledge? Don't even joke around him.
and Kollid, puts this other bag in the ground that's tied tight. She would walk over and hand both of you a pamphlet, like a dime store or a squall pamphlet, that is the different steps of how to handle a dragon when you encounter it. Like, don't stand directly in front of its mouth in case it breathes a breath weapon, so you can dodge right or left. Another one's like, if it's taking off and it is on this size on the scale, please don't be near. Its wind is from its wings is powerful enough to knock you prone or away from it. Its tails are as long as its body, very deceptive. Make sure that you're ready for a strike at any time, and it goes through all of the classifications of how to fight a dragon.
Survival guide on how to avoid dragons.
Yeah, a survival guide. The thing is that's all well and good, but it's still a fucking dragon.
Right.
And
dragons for dummies.
Yeah, but dragons are nowhere in Athontia. I think in our normal campaign, I've only encountered one, maybe two, but you all have encountered, at least flown over the deep dragon in season 1. Didn't have an encounter with it, saw it and went nope and left. And that was the Lady of the Tides in her physical form. That was a cluster of all of its own making. Prith, on the other hand, is smaller. Brass scales, very shiny and polished, no tarnish to them yet like they get when they're older. And it circles around you and flies around Everston and lands on Everston and tries to land on Nora, but it's almost 100 pounds at this point. And Kollid says, while this is a familiar and it is attached to you, you're going to have a hard time controlling it with some of the things it needs to do. And she hands you both a potion. She says, I brought some stuff with me to make sure we're safe as we can be during this. And I brought something for it to test. We need to see if it can smell things that it can't see. Dragons are known for being able to smell things miles out when they're very old, but younger, this area should be big enough for it. She goes over the bag and unties it, and both of you can see footprints of a quadruped, but you don't see the creature. And she grabs something and pulls it back, and after it's a little distance, you can see a rope that she's holding. She says, if you wish, you can drink the potions now, but I will remind you that the creature's the sight of it will cause you to maybe be a little scared. You can drink the potions now, and hopefully it doesn't frighten you, or you can wait until we need it. I just gave them to you in case things get out of control. Prith can't handle it, or this creature gets out of hand. We might need to be able to re-corral it in. I would prefer not to kill this creation. If you're ready, I will back up and let the creature go and see if Prith can get a hold of it. She walks back and keeps the rope in hand and says, when you're ready, I will let this creature go, Nora.
I will not take the potion,
Okay.
just because I want to be I want to be prepared, and
Because
also
you're controlling a dragon?
I'm controlling a dragon, and also I haven't had a chance to use it yet. But just in case things go south, I do have a blind fight.
Oh, okay, cool.
So just in case.
Everston, do you have blind fighting?
No, actually, since we're leading up to episode 10, I had that retraining, so I've got quick shield.
Did you use that blind fighting? Is that what you got rid of?
That was the one I had the first time I used my fighter thing to get the extra feet for the day.
Ditched it?
That's what I had, and then I ditched it. Now I've got the quick shield block.
Oh, because you can swap it out.
Every day, choose an
Would you have
fighter feet
swapped
8
it for
level or
this? Or would not knowing, would you have still kept shield block?
I would have kept shield block.
Are you going to drink
That's going to be my default. Yeah, I'll drink it just so I can see what's going on in case I need to step in.
Okay. So, like I said before, you'd make your save because you're really not frightened easily. And it is a gruesome looking quadruped. It's like a beaked creature, blue leathery skin, leather wings tucked into it. It doesn't seem to have eyes that you can tell. For you, it looks like it's a crick mixed with some quadruped. And you can see stitching marks, like it's man-made. And Kollid grabs the cable and pulls it. You see a little arc of electricity spike it, and she lets go of the cable, and it runs out. The creature dodges from where it is and moves out and jumps to the middle of that platform. You see Prith hunker down like it's getting ready to hunt, and looks up to Nora and looks back out into the area and starts sniffing the air. She says, if you can, tell it to capture it. But alive, please, don't kill it.
So I turn to Prith and in Draconic, I say, you can,
Dracarys. Oh.
yeah, you can, hunt, play, capture.
Food? Food.
No food, just play.
Well, bounce once, bounces twice. When it gets to the platform, it takes off and flies and dives at this creature. The creature kind of is hunkered down. Everston, you can see it, and it backs up and goes to kind of hop away at the first swipe of it. And it doesn't make impact as it jumps back. Kollid goes, if you would like to command it to use its breath weapon. Electricity, this thing is resistant. I do have potions of resistance for us in case things do go awkwardly, but see if you can command it to use its breath weapon.
So then I nod at her, and then in Draconic, I tell Prith, like, you can use your lightning. You can use your breath weapon.
Cook food. And it like hovers up, and you see the wings come back. And electricity kind of arcs down the wings and down the neck, and its eyes light up, and it blows this ginormous storm of energy out, of electricity. 65 damage, isn't that what we had last time?
That's what we had during the first recording, yes.
I'm gonna roll for the hell of
Happens
it.
when you crit fail.
Yeah, I'll roll. I rolled a 2, but we'll keep the crit fail as this thing gets just incinerated. Electricity goes on it, and little like nodules of skin pop. She kind of puts her head in her hand, and Prith hops down and grabs and starts shaking it like a dog, and it's like shaking it. And she goes, 100 gales down the drain.
I can reimburse you for that.
No, don't reimburse me. It was a risk.
Just do that every time. You'll be fine.
Between Prith and Bartleby, I think we can safely retire.
Are you guys all just gonna order lawn chairs
Yes.
and mojitos?
Team formerly dead is now going to be team currently retired and replaced by Prith and Bartleby.
Yeah,
Monster
I'm gonna-
Squad.
Yes.
I'll swap out all my weapon improviser feats, and I'll take Beastmaster so I can have an animal companion too, and just let them go off and adventure.
No, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. So as it shakes it around, and she goes, "Can you have it? Let go, or bring it back and let go. Like, just let me keep the body at least. I can work at bringing it back, please."
Then in Draconic, I ask Prith to drop the body.
It drops it, and she kind of makes her way out and around over to where he was, like over here, and picks it up, and he flies back to you, but doesn't drop the body. He brings it back and goes, "Treasure, hoard." She goes,
"No, it's
treasure hoard, treasure hoard.
This is not worth putting in your hoard."
Mom says,
Prith?
"First kill treasure."
But this isn't your first kill.
First living kill. She goes, a construct.
It's not, but it's man-made, Prith. It's not a living being. It's
It has
not
no
alive.
soul.
No soul, man-made. Looks to Everston and goes, homunculus. She goes, yeah, kinda, yeah. Mom had 40 homunculi. 40.
That's quite a lot.
Can you tell us where your mom lives? No. Secret. Horde is a secret. And it like pulls it out of the bag and drops it. In the bottom, you can see a piece of the chimney from its first fight sitting in the Fabergé egg. And it's like kind of warped from it laying on it like into its bed. And it drops the body and she picks it up. And there's just a blue blood stain on the bag as she wraps it back up and ties it and just soaking the bag. And she goes, well, I mean, we need something else to test some of its resistances and combat prowess. And she kind of turns and looks to Everston and goes, if you'd be willing, the thing in the bag I prefer not to use yet.
I'll be glad to assist.
Here. And she walks over and she gives you one potion. She gives you another potion. She goes, drink both of these. They'll last for a few minutes. One will help you versus any energy that it decides to use on its own in case Nora can't keep it contained. The other one will help with gas, poison. I need to test if it is immune to some of the things that a dragon as it ages is. Fire, sleep, paralysis. I'll handle the sleep portion and the paralyzed portion. Fire, though, and she snaps her fingers and ignites your shield on fire. If you could test with that, that would be great. Nora, can you use scrolls or wands at all? Are you trained?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. What language? Do you know Elven?
I
Fae?
know Sylvan.
Sylvan? That'd be great. I want to run through your languages if you haven't already with it. I want to see, besides Draconic, what else it knows.
Okay, so before we start doing the combat trials,
Okay.
I turn to Prith and I say, Prith, I'm going to say a few things to you in different languages just to see what you understand. Is that okay?
Okay. No languages. Mini.
Okay.
Speak to animals. And he like whispers to like a rat going by.
I
And then
cannot
eats it.
speak rat. Well, I think that rat would have said, please help me before you ate it, but all right. So I'll say something in Cadraic.
Understands it. Speaks back in Cadraic. Broken Common. Similar to his language it's been speaking right now.
Okay. We'll see if he has any luck with High Cadraic.
You say something, he gets like a couple words, and he goes, no. No.
Okay. Obviously we've got Draconic.
Mhm.
Hollow?
No. Sounds like dead things. That's all it says.
That tracks. I'll try Vulgar next.
No. No. And he speaks back in Dwarven.
I do not understand that.
Kala goes, Dwarven? That's an old language. There's not many of them left. He goes, dwarves, help make homunculi. Very, very smart, bearded people. Like them. Good belly scratch. At least, Mom said so. Long, pokey things like rakes. Help with old scales. Made brass coins out of. No speak it, though. You don't speak? She goes, I know Dwarven. And she says some things in Dwarven back to him. Goes, I know language well. And he starts speaking more in Dwarven than he does in Draconic or in Cadraic.
Okay.
She says he knows Dwarven pretty fluent. I'm assuming maybe handlers must have been speaking to the egg in that language more than the other ones. Sylvan. He knows Sylvan. When you speak in Sylvan, he says some stuff back. He talks in a very flowing tone. And she says, I don't know it, but I think that is some form of elemental language, a primal language. And then he speaks in another language. And when he does, you see like faint glowing lines on the ground. Can I get an arcane check from the two of you? Or if you have lore for like pre-sundering.
Well, with my nonsense of keen recollection.
Oh, fuck. You have that do you have pigeon language? Is that what you have?
No, but I can do any recall knowledge train with my class level
That's
instead
right.
of.
I forgot about that.
So
Give me a roll.
Good job. I got a 20.
Do you want to use a hero point?
Um,
Do you want to use your hero point since we haven't used that technically?
yeah.
I have similar nonsense. I have untrained improvisation, but I only rolled a 17.
Using your patch hero point?
Yeah, I got 25 this time.
The language is not something that you know, but you do know that the lines, they basically move, and they form around where it's standing on the ground itself. And you see the steam that's coming out kind of pull towards the lines as well. Steam comes out of the hole in the center where the barracks, you're guessing, for the Earth Guard used to be, and the steam kind of follows along the line. Kollid goes, stop speaking that. Stop speaking that. Prith goes, why? Mom tongue. No. Do not speak that. Very dangerous. No. Powerful. Yeah. It is. Don't use it.
But also dangerous, Prith. We're trying to keep you safe.
But make horde with. Make home. This is home, right? And he like points to the spot that you're all standing in.
This is trial. This is the trial area. Testing area.
Yeah, finish trial. Get own home. That's what trial is. She goes, oh, no? Not a good, I don't think this is a safe place for that. I mean, not really. Well, I want to do this then. No trial, no horde, no home, no go, no do.
But you're not curious as to what you can do, Prith?
No. Not unless I get home. No. And it crawls back over to the bag and crawls into the egg and lays back down. Kollid goes, this is on you, Nora. I'm not going to force a dragon to do something. I have no bond with that thing.
So I just kind of sit down next to Prith.
Okay.
And,
the fire is going to burn out on his shield still. I'd like to test this before it goes away.
I know. I looked at Prith. I'm like, home doesn't have to be in one place, Prith. Home can travel with you.
No, have to have collection. Horde. Home. One place.
But that place can come with you, Prith.
No, never seen. Not true. Homes are stable. Land, place, area. Bigger, older you are.
I mean, my train car isn't necessarily large enough for a dragon, but that's my home. And it travels.
Does move. Don't like. Makes nauseous, but does move. Without a roll, would know that probably things like wagons and trains probably didn't exist really far back. Like at the end of right before the Sundering, all that kind of industry was coming to. But to the level to where you're living it and doing something, that concept is much newer in the last 50-something years than it was when this thing was around.
Right. So then you're
teaching a very new concept.
Right. Like you said, it may make you nauseous, and I apologize for that. I wasn't aware. But there are different places where you can have your home, Prith. There's things like airships. There's things like boats.
Oh,
we have
flying
trains,
vessels that
cars.
shoot dragons, yes. Seen those. Very expensive. Mommy destroyed 2.
Well, perhaps we could try and salvage one for you, and that could be your home.
Own a ship that flies when I fly. I know where the ones she destroyed crashed.
I mean, then you could basically make a horde, a home, out of something that tried to hurt your mother.
What about one on ship? You have flying thing.
I have a small one. It could be a temporary until we can find something for when you grow older.
This is powerful. As he points to the ground and he like claws, hits it a couple times, you see along those lines again. As he says that, kind of glow. Iviana comes over and goes, Nora, and Everston, I don't know if you know anything about ley lines and how magic works, but this creature is directly moving, making, or summoning ley lines. That is not something dragons do, let alone people or anything else.
I'm just kind of like cataloging that, but also trying to get Prith to just be like, hey man, this is
Give me diplomacy.
Shit, he's an anime protagonist.
He is an anime protagonist.
He's not an anime protagonist at all. He's not an anime protagonist. Hilarious, though.
And I just say, like, this place is powerful, yes, but you're still young. Maybe when we're older, we can come back and revisit and see if it's even worth making a horde in time.
But there's food down there. And he, like, nods towards the hole.
I got 28.
28? He
16.
stops. He doesn't make the lines appear or anything anymore. Kelly goes, what do you mean food? This is food down there. Smell it. Food. Living things. Furry. Not rats. People?
People aren't food.
Yes, they are.
Oh, sorry.
People aren't food.
Yes, they are.
I mean, to a creature such as a dragon.
All things food. If it fits in mouth and crunches food.
Not my kid.
Not my rodeo.
He's not my kid. You can handle that.
Oh my god. Listen, Everston, I haven't been a mother in like 50 or 60 years.
And the new one's old enough to take care of itself. She never even had to do this crap in ages.
I'm relearning how to be a mom, all right? Give me a break.
It's different too.
I think Nora actually says that too.
That makes total sense to me.
That's a pro tip for apocalyptic parenthood. It's like just die and then come back when they're fully grown.
Come back when they're fully grown. You don't have to worry about
Step
part.
1, have kids. Step 2, die. Step 3, come back when older.
Right.
Is that a Squall store novel as well?
Yes.
The easy way to parenting.
The easy way to parenting during the apocalypse.
So Kollid is like, if there's creatures down there, and she like looks at the bag hanging, says, unfortunately, this might draw them out. So we need to either do this training fast. And she looks to Everston, convince him to touch the shield. He doesn't need to hit him. I just want him to touch it to see if it hurts. And then we can get into some of the other stuff.
I mean,
Right.
it doesn't have
Quicker
to
the better.
Prith, why don't you see if you can land on Everston's shield? I know it's really hard for you to land on me because I'm so tiny. But perhaps...
Burning.
I mean,
burning.
You should be immune to that. Or do you not know?
He like walks closer and like hops up and hovers around it. It's just hot. And then he like puts one paw, touches it, doesn't do anything, and he lands on it. And Everston, you can hold it up. You're strong enough. There's fire on him, doesn't do anything. And when he pulls his claws out, his claws are on fire. He goes, oh. Shakes it off. Puts it back in it, lights it on fire, shakes it off. And he like jumps off and lands and he puts his hand down, doesn't do anything, touches it. He tests it a couple times. Finally picks up and he breathes on his hand, like, and you see it ignite. And he goes, oh. Oh, and he has all of his claws and bite are flaming. And shakes him out and shakes it out of his maw. Kollid goes, note to self. Apparently, it can ignite its claws in fire. That's Nora, so you know not how brass dragons work.
Okay.
Then you like flip through the brass dragon section, and like it is definitely not listed in there. Well, I'm gonna cast some spells on you. I'm gonna cast some spells on you, and it looks at her, and she tries paralysis, doesn't do anything. Tries sleep, doesn't do anything. Goes, do you know how to fight with your tail? And it turns and whips and hits Everston in the leg, like a dog would spin around.
Like as she says that, I'm like, yes, he does. He did it at the graveyard, and he's just like, wham!
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20 though. Everston, as it spins once, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 21 points of damage as it hits into your shin and like right below the side of your knee.
I'll shield block to reduce some of that.
It doesn't break your shield, right?
No. It only takes the remaining damage after take off 8.
The shiny shield that's still intact this episode.
Right.
Yeah, the shield that nothing could ever go wrong.
What's this crest on your shield?
This is why your shield breaks in the episode.
It was already damaged.
It was already damaged. From
I forgot to repair it after
Prith.
like
fire and that. Like,
you little
you
shit.
get a chance to repair this. What is it? Was it the crest on? What is the crest on there? You have a crest on your shield, don't you?
Oh God, yes. And I've forgotten. It goes all the way back to like. It might be. I'm sorry, I don't recall.
I don't remember what it is either, so don't feel too bad.
I just remember that it was like a shield sconce or a shield boss was in there.
Yeah, it has that, but I thought it had a symbol on it. I don't remember anymore, but it hits it, swats it, and the fire transfers to its tail, and it wipes its hands down the tail, and his claws are on fire now, and he puts it in his mouth, and his mouth's on fire, and he's playing with it like you would like a fire eater or someone who's used to being lit on fire. He's playing with it, and he like touches things and like ignites like grass on fire, and does all the things he shouldn't do. He goes, fire good.
No, fire's not good, Prith. I mean, it's good in combat, but we don't have water to put it out.
Down there, water. And it like walks towards the ledge to look over.
Oh my God.
Water.
Not every place has water.
No. People destroyed world. Not much water. Water here, though. And it like leans way down and in. 4 living furry creatures. Smell like wet dog.
I kind of looked at Kollid like, what? Like, are we done? Or
I don't know what that is. We've tested what it does, and you see it like take a deep breath.
Oh my God, Prith!
And it shoots. It's going to shoot the second version down below.
Oh boy.
Unless you're going to try to make him stop.
I am. I'm going to try and make him stop. I'm like, Prith, no, not yet.
Give me.
There's only a few of us here.
Are you doing intimidation? Are you yelling at him to make him stop, or are you trying to use diplomacy?
Oh God, I hate yelling at kids. Well, Nora hates yelling at kids.
It doesn't train well. I'll tell you that. As someone who's training a new dog right now, yelling does not work.
I'm
monstrosity.
I'm gonna go with diplomacy again.
All right, give me a roll.
She doesn't
Everston,
want to be the bad
anything?
mom until she needs to be the bad mom.
I'll watch kids all fall off bikes all day. I don't give a shit about your kid.
Everston, are you doing anything?
I don't know what I could do. Intercept or something. I don't know.
Spending a hero point because that was a natural 1.
Ooh. I mean, you could move closer if you wanted to protect Nora or Kollid, or move in between, because you can shield block for people now, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
It's a
I'll
lot
stand over here where I'm like between the two in case anything comes flying. Of course, it's only actual physical attacks. I can't block AoE
Energy
stuff
and-
yet.
Okay.
That was another 28.
Yeah, she'll move. She's gonna move to the other side of this statue here. 28. He does not listen,
Okay.
and you see, and just gas fills the area. Now, what is the gas that it shoots? It's repulsion, right?
Repulsion gas.
Abjuration, arcane, incapacitation, mental. The dragon breathes a 30-foot line of repulsive gas. Each creature in the area must make a DC save, will, or begin fleeing from the dragon. You hear, like, claws slide down the stone. It goes, see? Fleeing from us. Fleeing from us. Fleeing. Good. Good. Too many. And it looks around
was
at
the right
like the
move.
two of you, like it did the right thing.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Dangerous. Furry. Wolf men.
Furry wolfmen.
Want me to get?
Write that down too.
And it
No.
raises up and you see the wings.
No, Prith, you just said they're dangerous and you made them run away. I think that's good enough for now.
Nope, two here still. He's getting ready to jump and dive in. I'll give everybody an action before he gets to go. Kollid goes, Wolfmen. Gnolls? No, it can't be. I mean, I guess they could be. There's the raid music.
I guess.
What would you like to do?
Great work. I bet you can't take the fire off my shield again.
And you see him smile, and like his mouth is already burning after breathing the gas.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, you tried.
You could try to bluff him if you want to convince
I
him.
would like to try to bluff him to come over by me, just so
All right,
he's
give me a
not
roll.
around over there. With my incredible charisma of 8, I rolled a 25.
25.
Thank you.
It's first their
improv feat.
will DC, right?
Yeah.
It stops, and he looks back, and he goes, and you see like the gas is kind of extruded out, and he goes, fire for wolf, good, and he starts running back to your shield. So he runs back
I'll have the shield
and
raised just in case he
claws
gets a
and
little
bites the
aggressive.
edge of your shield to light himself on fire again. You got one action out of him, one to move, one to bite. Nora, he's near you at least. Kollid circles around away from him and gets to the edge. And she's looking down and in.
I am going to reach into my bag of holding and grab my exquisite sword cane.
Okay, so you do that. Kollid looks back and goes, there are shadows moving up, and she points to the opposite side of like the what would have been the basement for this place. She goes, I don't know what they are. I can't see them very well. All right, that's all your actions. I actually can't believe I'm going to say this. I actually need initiative for our side quest.
Oh no, this never turns out well.
Let me erase what we got here. Erase what we have here, and we're going to do initiative for our side quest. I don't remember the last time I actually said that before. All right, everybody. I'll add you all to the queue, and then just type yourselves in. You can just have the Prith go with you.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Lee, it looks like you and I are rolling similar numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. You guys are you're getting it done. No one's dead yet.
Team formerly dead is on the same wavelength.
Team formerly dead is
right.
on the same wavelength. Yeah, that's very true. Prith is 30 as well. Kollid is
Wow.
25.
Oh, get with it, Colin.
She's like, what is happening?
Nah, she wasn't expecting any of this.
We're
I'll
all
be honest with
bursting out in like a Power Rangers formation immediately, and she's standing there like,
you all know
what
how
is
to
this?
fight, you know? Like you're used to this stuff. She's sabbatical, everybody. She's on sabbatical.
This is probably why she doesn't help during that during the episode, the main episode. She's like, nope.
No,
I'm not even
I've already
supposed to
lost
be
over
here
100
today.
nails.
I'm done.
Test.
I'm done with this.
I'm on vacation. God.
Yeah, no,
I'm
she
not supposed to be here.
Let me get this. There we go. And let me drag these coming up and out for you. Why are you not coming up? There we are. Should see some. You should see some creatures on the screen. Climbing out of the pit here. As they climb out, they have this like grayish brown fur. They are not normal looking creatures. They are robed as well and like dressed like they were people at one point. And they climb out. You see large claws as they pull themselves up and out. And she goes, "Oh, shit. I'll go with the people who are first, which is all of you. I don't care what order you go in."
I'd like to go first, just so I can get some.
Do it up.
Get a layer of protection down.
Yep. What do you want to do?
I'll move to here, and then I'll raise my shield, and then
Okay,
I'd like
so
to
move
roll.
Is that free, right? For you to raise your shield now?
No, it's still an action to raise it. I just get an extra reaction each round
Oh, okay.
to block. I'm going to use my third action to recall knowledge. What would you like me to roll to figure out what these are?
Occult, actually.
Occultism. All right. That is 24.
24? It's pretty good. They are lichens.
Oh.
Now, does that ring a bell for all the stuff that we did before?
Lycanthropes.
Yep. Specifically wolves. There we go. That's what I was looking for. There's new art for these I was trying to find. They're like gray wolfed creatures. And they crawl out up the side. That was my actions this turn. So you all get to go before I get to do anything. You got a 24, you said?
Yes.
So you know pretty much everything about them. You need silver to harm them, to bypass their lycanthrope. They fight with claws. They also fight with weapons. They are humanoid. They're very dangerous. But the biggest thing you know is they are quick. If you give them an opportunity to attack you, they will do it. Like high reactions. And they crawl out. Getting bit would be very bad.
The lycanthropes, they will attack with tooth, claw, and sword. Keep your guard up. They're very swift. Do not get bit.
So that was your actions, right? That's all three?
That's all three.
Yep.
Nora, you and Prith. Prith goes, hands are on fire, its bite's on fire, but it doesn't have a breath weapon. You'll have to roll. I think it has to make a recharge roll. So give me a D4.
It's a D4, and that's how many
rounds
it takes.
Yep.
I got 2.
2 rounds. So I'm going to put a marker on him for 2 rounds. If we even get through that between all of you getting ready to shoot these things. There you go. I will zoom in for this combat a little bit and take us back to our map. All right, everybody. I don't think we fought lycanthropes in Athontia yet this season. You guys haven't. We did it in our side quest with Beetle and Grimm. Well, that's the only time lycanthropes were involved. So, Nora, Prith, what do you want to do? Prith will listen to you in the situation. If he decides he wants to do something else, it's the only time I'll make you make a roll. Otherwise, he will listen to you because we're in combat. And there's no, like, holding him back during this unless you want to.
Right.
Really, the only rolls are holding the dragon back from going all in. You know, civilizing making him human standard so he doesn't murder everything he touches.
Right. Okay, I will take one action to draw my sword cane.
Okay.
So
when you took out the bag?
Well, no, I drew it out of the bag the first time. So this time I'm actually like undoing it, and I'm holding both the sword cane and the sheath.
Okay.
You'll see, like the viewers will see that the sword kind of has like that dull, cold iron type of look, but the actual sheath is inlaid with silver.
Okay. I see your cheaty ways.
If I didn't say silver, I definitely would have. Just me personally didn't say it earlier when I was.
I'm just waiting for you to rotate and use your cannon with some like forks and spoons.
Right.
Next turn.
Then I'm actually going to set a parry.
Okay.
To boost my AC by 1.
All right.
And then I'll tell Prith to like do like a dive bomb on one of them.
Sure. He will fly across with one action, 35 movement, and I think he's gonna do his Draconic Frenzy for 2 actions.
Okay.
So 2 claw attacks and a tail strike. Go ahead and roll that up.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, Kollid's gonna go. Kollid turns to Everston and grabs the cannon arm that you have,
Woo!
and I charge your cannon arm.
Natural 20 on a claw.
Okay.
25 on the other claw.
Okay.
And then
those hit.
let's see. Not used to attacking, so that's actually something.
She's like, I'm not used to making these crazy combat rolls.
So then 24 for the last one, and that's with the multi-attack penalty.
Okay. So out of those...
Nat 20, 25, and a 24.
All of those hit.
Okay, so...
Only the one was a crit, though.
Right.
The 20. As it dive bombs in and, like, rakes onto its back, it, like, grabs the shoulder blades and, like, tries to fit its head in its mouth. It's it. As it claws and goes to bite, it pushes its hand up and the tail comes around and whaps it in the face. While it is doing that, Kollid grabs your weapon, charges. Your next shot does 2d12 extra damage for electricity.
Nice.
That's 2 of my actions. With her third action, she's going to put a spell up around her. And you see her silver rings float off her hands and swirl around her in like a field. And then that would take us to... Oh, I didn't put the wolves in here for some reason. I thought the wolves... I thought I added them. The wolves did pretty well, but they didn't do that great. They go at 20. What's your damage before I go?
Okay, so the first hit was 35 damage.
Okay, I'm still standing, but fuck my life.
Second hit was 17 damage.
Okay.
And the third hit was 12 damage.
Minus 35, minus 17, you said?
It was 35, 17, and 12.
Wow. You claw and beat the hell out of this thing. And it like falls to the ground next to it. And it looks back to you like proud. And it goes, horde. Living kill, horde. As it does that and the thing falls to the ground, the other one looks at it and looks at Prith and howls for its first action. And then you hear howls in the distance of not as human sounding, but other wolves responding. Kollid goes, we need to go. Nora, your investigation, you haven't set a tone or anything like that, but your passive perception, you count somewhere between 8 to 20 wolf in the background, and when they echo again, you know they're in that like 10 to 15 range of wolves.
Okay.
She says, we need to go. We need to go now. We're not going to defend here against 15 wolves and however many werewolves.
No.
It's going to move to here. I am going to attack Prith after that. First claw. Does a 30...
That crit.
Hold on here. 29.
29 does not crit, but it does hit.
Okay, I hit with the first claw. And then the second attack, a 26.
Oh, that also hits. Prith does
All right,
not
so
have good AC.
Both claws hit. First one does 13 points.
Okay.
The second one does 13 points. When both claws hit, it reaches back and goes to bite as a reaction with its jaws. I'm assuming a 19 doesn't hit it.
Correct. 19 does not hit.
It goes to bite, and Prith gets that tail in between to slap its face away, ignoring the possibility of a curse. That would take us to Everston. Everston, your new gun cannon is charged. Electricity is like rounding across the different drums that you have. What would you like to shoot, good sir?
Well, I normally have medium loaded in the sorter as is like a default.
Yeah.
Would there be a way for me to know if anything I have might be silver?
Nope. It's just
Is there a way I could spend a hero point to have something silver?
Well, she's already given you 2d12 electricity on top.
That's
of it.
true. That's true.
You could shoot it with a P. But I do have a chart here. So what size do you want to use?
Medium is what I got loaded. I don't want to spend an action to switch.
Give me a D12 for the chart
D12.
for medium. Yep. Because it's 12. Well, no, 10. D10.
9.
Sorry, D10. Well, 9's good.
D10. No, that's a different. No, that's a 2 on the D10.
Okay, so the 9 would have been iron. What did you get?
2 on the D10. Actually, I rolled a D12.
Mediums. You get a bell, and let me roll for the material. An adamantine bell.
Dunk.
Excellent.
God damn.
That's not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee, wolf boy.
Oh, God. Give me a roll to hit.
I'm going to use my special feat called
Murder. Okay.
which is 2 actions, and I get a +2, and I ignore any kind of concealment. He's not concealed, but it ignores it anyway. Oops. Hot die.
This is gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt so bad. I got a 19 on the die.
That's
with
a crit.
my current bonuses.
Oh no, that means the electricity is max too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is
Hell yeah.
21,
werewolves.
30, 38 to hit.
I'm sorry, poor werewolves.
Looking for an afternoon snack, and
They can go order from
they're
Hut.
ordering from Dragon Hut.
Wingstop.
Yeah, Wingstop. How many hits? How much damage is this
So
going to be?
It's 16 damage from the crit from the gun itself, plus
24.
2 more sonic. So 20. Yeah. And then now 2d12 maxed, and then another 2d12 rolled. So it's 24 plus another 10 and
What's your total?
6, another 16. 12 plus 16 is 28 from the electricity.
So what's the total?
30 and then 8, 2, 45 total.
Holy shit.
It was a lot of dice.
Are you going to shoot again?
I have 1 action left. I would have to reload. I would rather raise my shield and protect the people I'm near.
Okay, so you raise your shield back up. That first shot goes out and you hear the bing, and electricity arcs behind this bell as it goes sailing in. As it goes to bite onto Prith, Prith hits it with the tail, like shoving its head towards you, and the bell smacks it right in the side of the head and rings. And the adamantine, like, doesn't crack. It just drives the bell into the side of its head as electricity starts arcing out and around it. I'm still alive.
Okay, then give me a DC 24 fortitude save, please.
For what?
This is the
Sonic.
thundering aspect. Sonic attack. The thundering gun.
I made a fortitude save of 21.
Okay, so you failed your death for a minute. That bell rung his bell.
My God. That is ridiculous. Hold on here. We need to see. I think deaf gives me a penalty, doesn't it?
I'm sure it does. Let me grab
I got it
my
right here. Got that old GM screen. Deaf. Automatically critically fail perception checks that require hearing. Take a -2 penalty to perception checks for initiative and checks that involve sound, but also rely on other senses. If you perform an action that's an auditory trait, you must succeed a DC 5 flat check or it'll be lost. So when I go to howl next round to call the wolves, I have to make a DC 5 check. How long does this last for? 2 rounds?
A minute.
1 minute.
One minute?
Yeah, if he crit failed, it would have lasted an hour.
Jesus. Okay, cool. Your turn, Nora. Is this thing's like got a bell embedded in its head? You see the other one's eyes, because you're perceptive, start to open and some of the wounds from the claws healing on it.
So this one right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Or you must
is
be
prone.
adjacent to find to protect you with my shield.
Yeah,
He
but
says
that's
in
my
character and out.
that's
Yeah.
my
Stay near me.
Just an option.
that's my second kid, I guess. So
That's my boy out there.
that's my boy
second-
out there.
Your second kid put a
Oh,
werewolf
my
down
boy.
in 1 round.
Yeah, and it's healing up already.
Of course it is.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna do
You can blame Jason Bullman.
2 strides to get within striking distance, I guess.
Okay. Are you going to go
Well,
across the
actually-
platform or around it?
I can go around it
Okay, cool.
because
I'm
I've
just
got
making
enough
sure.
speed.
Yep.
So in that being the case, I guess I'd come in here. What the
Uh-huh.
hell? There we go. Get the flank Prith.
All right.
And then I'm going to attack with my sword cane sheath
Okay.
as an agile weapon. 19 on the die. So
That's
that's
crit.
going to be a yeah, okay.
This is the one on the
So
ground,
that's
right?
3. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be 12.
I don't think I'm gonna make. I don't think I'm gonna make it through this one. No. Damn it. And you do silver damage too, don't you?
Yes. So I'm actually doing 27 points with the crit
Yeah.
because I have the doubling ring.
Yeah.
So the striking rune gets applied as well.
Yeah. What's the total then?
27 points, and it's silver.
You strike it through this time, like cross the neck, and the eyes close on it. The other creature howls, but it's not toned right as it dies. As you kill off the other one, and it like slides into the well and down, or through the basement and down in, and it falls a little bit, and you hear a splash noise. Anything else?
Well, that was my turn, so I kind of look to Prith and I make a head gesture towards the one that's still
So
up.
second round. So next round, I'll be able to breathe. Go ahead and make your. It can't do the Draconic Frenzy, can it? Oh, it still can, yeah.
Yeah, it
Just
still
2
can.
actions.
Yep.
All right, great. Go ahead, make your ridiculousness. While you're making your 3 claw attacks, Kollid is going to go. Kollid does not leave Everston. Instead, she casts the same spell again, charging you for 2d12. And with her second action, she's drawn a pistol out and she aims it. The pistol is a single rod, like a metal rod. It has a bunch of rings stacked on it. She shoots and you see electricity arc off her, hit the first ring, and eject the ring off at it.
So I think Prith was a little too excited because the first one was a 25 and the other 2 were 15s.
15's don't hit. 25 does. What's the damage?
Okay. So it's going to be...
And don't forget the d6 fire damage.
Yep.
It's gonna hurt. I can feel it.
14 points.
Still up. So that was Kollid. Gives you electricity, and she shoots the ring off. It spins through the air, and you see like a trail of electricity behind it as it hits and shoots and hits it in the shoulder, and you see burning as the silver ring embeds into it. And the electricity then follows the gun and hits it with a lightning bolt. I basically can do a ranged version of Shocking Grasp as it hits and it starts tasing the living crap out of this creature. It's still alive, but not doing well. The werewolf gets to go. I'm going to howl. Come on, 5 and under. Nope. What a waste of a natural 20. As it's trying to howl to call companions in, and it fails. The other one slides down in the abyss. I am... I'm going to shift into a wolf with an action. Does not provoke tax opportunities. And I am going to run this way as a full retreat. It runs, jumps, gets on the ledge, and tries to howl again, and it's off. You can hear howling back, but they're trying to locate, and it's just poorly done as this thing runs and jumps up. That would take us to Everston as the wolf runs and jumps up, retreating, trying to get away. I did not attack anybody. You have a fair shot. Kollid says, don't let it flee. And she starts to level her pulse pistol again, her electric pistol.
All right, then.
Hell yeah.
I will load in a large item from the hopper.
Okay.
The
There's
sorter,
4, correct? 4 in the sorter for the large ones?
No, actually, it can only hold 1.
Oh, okay. Then just give me a D10 then for the table. The large objects are ridiculous.
8.
Okay, an 8. I'm going to roll for material. 3. So it is silver, actually. 3 is a silver.
Oh, sweet.
Because it goes silver, mithril, adamantine.
And for my last 2 actions, I will do incredible aim to get a bonus to hit.
Cool. Give
This
me a roll to hit.
is the same as before. So this is a 38 to hit.
38? Yeah, that's a crit. Go ahead and start rolling your damage here.
Okay. You want it all in one lump sum?
Yeah. Give me the whole thing. You kidding me? Ugh. This is horrible.
57 damage, all included.
Holy
Hell
shit.
yes.
A lot of base damage when we use the max dice for the crit.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to, 1, speed up combat,
It's like-
2, make crits feel like crits.
2d10, 2d12, a d6, plus all the flat bonuses. It
As you
adds up.
shoot a flagpole out of the cannon, like a broken flagpole, and on the side of it, as it comes out, it's a round end on it, and there's inscriptions and writing down. It's very ornate, but it's broken at the end, like maybe 4 foot long instead of being the 20 foot tall that would be. As it shoots out and hits this thing and pierces through it and pins it to the stone behind. When that happens, she uses her reaction and casts a lesser lightning bolt at a metal object, shocking it after it hits the pole. And there's an explosion of light as it hits it, and one comes down and hits, and there's a ripple, and you hear howling in the distance as it cooks this werewolf, this hound, to it. As this howling is closing in, she looks to the group and says, we should flee. If these are all lichens and not just wolves, we are not safe at all here. I'm ready to go. I think his training is good enough for me right now. How about the 2 of you?
Agreed.
Prith, let's go so I can get you bandaged up.
He is nowhere to be seen.
Cool.
And you hear flapping down in the hole.
Oh my god. I shout down the hole. Prith, get up here so I can heal
Give
you.
me diplomacy.
Prith, so help me God.
I rolled what side of the flagpole was broken. One side had it's a pole that would have like the flag and a a wooden face on it, but the other half of the flagpole is what you shot.
I don't know if that's actually going to do anything, but I got a 30.
He comes up, and you see he's got something furry in its mouth as he's holding the tail of this lichen and flying out and crawling and climbing out of the well or out of the basements with the werewolf that is slowly turning back to a human in its mouth. Horde.
You cannot keep corpses in your horde. We need to go.
Fine. And bites the leg off of it and pulls the leg off.
You know what? We'll deal with that part later.
And now it's got like the knee in its mouth. It's like leathered armored as it's kind of shifted back. And I need an athletics check for the group to outrun wolves for the next 4 hours back to the train. I know you can make a horse if you need to, but you didn't make the folding one, so probably not. You probably all walked here.
Yeah, we walked here.
Athletics. Prith is flying, happy. It keeps trying to put the leg in the bag.
I will take that 34.
All right. What do you got there?
38.
38, okay. And Kollid gets a 25. Now for the pack following you. Oh, because of the bad location of where it is, they run and search around, giving you guys a good 10-minute lead. One of them picks up the scent. In the background, you can see a pack of wolves. You can see 5 at a time as they are tracking after you. When you get near the train tracks, you hear Gandhi and the whistle for the train go off, and they all kind of stay in the hills as shots from rifles go off as the wolves start coming towards you. But they don't make their way to the train as the guns go off. As you make your way back into, I'm assuming, Tenwick's office, Kollid comes with you, sits down, and she's making some notes and jotting things down. And she looks to Prith once in a while. And Prith has taken the leg and removed anything that was edible. Puts the armor back on it and ties it tight to the bones with armor on it and sets it down. Horde. Where? And it points to the inside of Tenwick's office, asking where its horde is allowed to be.
I don't sleep and can set up a temporary one in my room.
No, my space. No, not your sleeping area. Me, where? And it starts circling around and looking for an area in the office to make a spot.
Prith, I don't sleep.
I sleep a lot. Kollid goes, he probably sleeps a good 12 hours if he's growing at a rapid rate like this. And she's got the egg on the table looking at it.
So he's part cat.
Kollid goes, why don't we give it one of the rooms upstairs and just make a hole in the ceiling? It's safe. You can still have your office. People won't see it.
Right.
And we'll weld that door shut. We'll lock it. We'll lock the door shut. I guess we don't have to really weld it. I can work on getting the hole cut in, or your friend Voss can. This egg, though, I think this thing speeds up its aging. Do we want to let it keep sleeping in this thing? How big do you want this to get?
Great question.
Are you good at math, Nora?
I mean, I sure hope so with a 19 intelligence.
Do you have, what lores do you have? This is probably a good way to end this one. Do you got a lore that would work for figuring out time and egg, how quickly it's aged?
No, but I've got nature.
Yeah, a nature roll sounds right. Kollid will give you a hand. She gives you a +2 to your roll as you guys are trying to figure this out. As the camera kind of pans back, as you see Prith moving around Everston once in a while, looking at it, the damaged knee.
32.
32.
Yeah.
As he's looking at the damaged knee, the camera kind of pans back, and Kollid and you lock eyes and goes, a year a day?
It's like
So
he ages a year every time a citizen of Merrifield plays one of the Prith cards.
No.
You have to stop the cards.
That adds to it. Every day he sleeps, or sorry, not every day, every week that he sleeps gives him a year.
Okay.
Every card automatically adds a year. When he hits a certain amount, he will gain. If he gets to a certain age amount, he will move up a category. He's almost medium right now.
Yeah, he seems pretty close.
Yeah.
So I think I look at Kollid, and I think the only, like, to close it out, I think the only thing Nora says is, I've already been through the terrible twos once.
Yeah, me too. My kids are thankfully not with me. I think we need to get it a train car.
Well, we can try and get one in Cadra.
Yeah, I have some sway there. I might be able to help get one, or at least acquire one of quality. How are we going to stop people? Do we make this the caboose on the train?
Probably. We'll have to talk to
Omar's going to have to
Omar.
know about this thing.
Yes, we're going to have to talk to Omar.
Well, Prith, looks like you're getting a bigger home, and it's like moved a bunch of your stuff in the room and started to make a nest in the corner of the room. And it's like anything that is got metal on it, like candle holders, metal tabs, boots with toe tips on them. And he's kind of pulling it all together into the corner of the room and laying on his first piece of treasure for his hoard.
Right. Okay.
The top of the piece of the Fabergé egg would probably be there as well. As he's trying to make something. And what you notice he does is anything that's metal, he like slightly breathes on it to like weld all the metal together.
Okay.
To make a nest. And that's where we'll close this side quest. So we learned that Prith is able to make more than its mouth fire. We know that it hurt Everston pretty well. Kollid will repair you after you run away from the wolves. You know the area you're in has wolves that live in this area, or lichens. Kollid would check over anyone who got hit to make sure. She doesn't know if Prith can gain lycanthropy, but there's no bite marks on him. She says, yeah, I think you have a familiar that probably shouldn't belong to you, is what she says. We might need to figure out what to do with this thing. But at least if it's tied to you and you can keep it under control, at least as well as you have, we can stop it from destroying everything. I think we should look into this language that it's speaking, though. That scares me. And it's, while it's sleeping, murmurs things in that language, and you see just metal objects in your room slowly slide across the floor to it around its hoard. And we'll
And at
close
least
there.
go try and raise this boy right before he leaves the nest.
We'll try there. I will close us out there for the night. Thank you for everybody watching Sidequest 10 Part 2.
No,
Since it didn't
you haven't
record
seen
the
the
first
first
time.
Sidequest
my
1.5.
I wasn't expecting you to fight werewolves tonight. I thought you would just have been past that point at one and flee, but unfortunately it did not go that way. You know a little bit more about Kollid, and apparently Everston can shoot bells through temples of creatures.
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah, who knew? Who knew that you could shoot that well? I didn't know you had the precise aim, though, which is awesome. I didn't know you had that ability to aim that way. I forgot, I should say, that you have that.
I was gonna say, because I think I use it every time I shoot, because it gives me that precious +2 to hit.
+2 to hit, yeah. Well, it just seemed to impact better with an adamantine bell.
That's true too. Really rung his bell.
God damn it. Amir, you're
I
welcome.
love it.
Yeah,
That's for you.
Thanks, everybody, for watching this episode of Sidequest. If you're watching this, our next live episode is our 1-year anniversary. 1 year.
Woo.
I have a card that I'm going to be putting in our Stream Loots deck for that night that will hopefully work the way I want. If so, we'll be entering you into a drawing for something. I'm not going to say what until that week. And stay tuned to our social medias. Follow, like, and subscribe to our YouTube. When we hit 1,000, we have something we're doing. And then obviously down below, wherever you're watching this, there will be the links for the War Lantern patch, which you will see right after I'm done talking. We're going to run out of those semi-soon. We just had a pretty big order go through. So thank you for watching. And as always, everybody, beware or the tides will find you. Night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Fucking dragons. Hey everyone, look up. Thank you for watching this episode of Sidequest, and we have something special. The Season 1 War Lantern patches are finally here. Glow in the dark, only 95 limited run. It comes with a card of authenticity, and we are excited finally to have it in our store. Link down below. And remember, like, subscribe, and share it with all your friends, because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we have something special to give away.